Abraham. I wanted to throw in a cavity story. The little boy just intrigued me with the 7 cavities. When I was a teenager, I was with a circus in Cuba, and of course we were in Havana for about a month, and a local dentist there in Havana invited all the cast, performers to his home for Christmas dinner. And it struck me because they were wealthy. They had marble pillars and, and butlers and all that, and I'd never been anything like that in my life. But anyway, I was very impressed, and at the end of the dinner, he said, I want to give everybody a free dental thing. And so Ida Mae Curley had her in and filled her teeth, and Rusty Parent had her teeth in, and Jim Stutz had his teeth in. They was just patching teeth up all over the place. And then when I sat in the chair, he said, oh my God, you got 17 cavities. He said, but I'll take care of them right now. And I said, oh, okay. And I'd never been to a dentist in my life. And so he had one of the really long needles, and then he said, he started drilling, and he said, are you afraid of needles? And I said, a doctor made a mistake with a needle once. And yeah, he said, well, you look really green. He said, I'm afraid of you for your heart. He said, I'll fill this one tooth, and you get the other 16 filled when you get back to the United States. So I said, okay. So that was it. So he filled it, and so we got back to Miami. The first dentist, this, mind you, years ago, but I went in, and I just asked the dentist, I said, would you look at my teeth? And he looked at my teeth, and I said, in the chair, and he said, wow, beautiful teeth. He said, I've never seen such beautiful teeth in my life. He said, except for that one filling. I said, oh, thanks. And so they didn't charge me. So I went down the street, and I knocked on another dentist's door, and I said, would you look at my teeth? And he said, man, great teeth. He said, you got 7 cavities. He said, I can take care of those right now. And I said, well, no, thank you. Can I just pay you something? No. He said, no. I said, okay. So I went down to the next one, and I said, would you take a look at my teeth? And he said, great teeth. He said, perfect teeth. He said, if it wasn't for that one filling, he said, you've got great teeth. And I said, oh, thank you. And then I went to another dentist, and he found like 9 cavities, and then another one found none, and so I just decided to leave it alone. And so here I am decades and decades and decades and decades and decades later, and I've still got that one keeps falling out. But anyway, just a little story on cavities. Anyway, I don't know if it means anything, but it did to me. And the guy, they really meant well, too. Because he was doing it for free.
Well, that is a bit of the reason that we say, as all things are in the eye of the beholder. Yeah. In other words, it doesn't mean that those dentists weren't seeing something that they thought needed to be tended to, right. But anytime, and we mean this in the kindest way, anytime you are co-creating with any other, their intentions become part of the recipe. And it would be very helpful if, before you co-create with another, if you would make some effort, the two of you, or however many of you are playing together, to acknowledge that your intentions are similar. In other words, the win-win situation where you have a need that a doctor or a dentist can fulfill, and they have a need that you, being part of their clientele, can feel. It's all part of that. They have something for you, and you have something for them. It's sort of like when you know more clearly what you do not want, you almost attract that from the people with whom you are interacting. And so how you attracted that at such an early age. In other words, it's interesting to us that you were, even then, defiant. You had run away and joined a circus in Cuba. In other words, we would not call you a conforming person. And so for you to even be willing to sit in the chair just because everyone else was doing it, we are certain that your vibration was all out of whack relative to that. And here is a man who is, as you say, with very good intentions, looking for trouble. And so he probably said to you, you may not even remember this. You might remember it now as we prod a little bit. He may have said to you, when was your last checkup? And you probably said to him, never. I've never had a checkup. Now, what does that mean to a dentist? There's got to be a lot of trouble lurking here, you see. And so there are all kinds of reasons that the people that you play with find in you what they are looking for. But if you are tending to your vibration, if you are holding true to who you are, you'll not find yourself attracting someone. We know that you are offering this because you're wanting this lovely woman to not feel concerned about what to do about those teeth. And we would say, we wouldn't be concerned about those teeth that aren't going to be around that long anyway. We would instead ask ourselves, as we would ask you if it were relevant to your now, it was so long ago it doesn't matter, what was going on in my vibration that evoked that response from that person, especially in light of the fact that there were no cavities there to be found. In other words, so why would a dentist look in my mouth and find cavities that aren't there? Don't you think that's a really important question to ask? Why would somebody look into my motives and find motives that aren't there? Why would somebody look into my ideas and find things to disagree with that aren't even there? Why would anyone see any? Because everything is in the eye of the beholder. Everything is in the eye of the beholder. People see things in you that are not even there because they're looking for things that are active within them. And if there's even the slightest thing that resonates with something that's within them, then it amplifies and is magnified, and they see it is big when it isn't. But if you will just remember that everything is in the eye of the beholder. We've been talking about this all day today. If someone is arguing with you or finding something within you and they're not liking what they see, say to them, and mean it lovingly and kindly, but mean it sincerely, you're seeing something that must be vibrationally active in you. And I think this is more about you than it is about me. And every time you say that, you will be accurate. So if someone is having a bad day and they are angry with you, it's about their bad day much more than it is about you. It's always about the beholder. Everything is about the beholder. Everything is about the beholder. Did we say that everything is about the beholder? Everything is about the beholder. So what you want to do is be aware of what you're seeing in others. That's the thing that you want to be aware of. Don't worry about what people are seeing in you. Don't worry about the love that they're giving you or the love that they're not giving you. Let your awareness be upon what you are putting out. Let your awareness be about how much you're loving. That's the thing that we would be interested in if we were standing in your physical shoes. We wouldn't be running around and saying, oh, who loves me or who doesn't love me. We'd be saying, who do I love? What is it about you that 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 I'm using as my excuse to see through the eyes of source, you see? Good, really good. Yes. Because none of them are wrong in what they see. That man did see 17. That man did see none. That man did see 5. That man, in other words, he was not influenced necessarily and only by his pocketbook. He was influenced by a vibrational coming together. You see vibrationally. Do you know that what you see with your eyes is only a vibrational interpretation anyway? There is not the consistent static truth that you've all been on such a quest for to find. Give it up. It is elusive. And start reaching for alignment. And then when you start seeing through the eyes of source, then you'll know the well-being of your planet. Then you'll know the longevity of it. Then you'll know the eternal nature of your being. Then you'll know the continuity of your physical apparatus. Then you'll know the resiliency within you. Then you'll know the vitality that is lurking beneath your lethargy. Then you'll know the clarity that is buried behind what you find as confusion. In other words, all of the solutions and answers that you are looking for are there, so easy for you to find. You just have to start tuning yourself to that broader, better feeling perspective, and everything will open up for you.